They tell you to vote red or blue, left or right, but every path leads to the same destination: control. The illusion of choice keeps you obedient. The truth, the system never cared who you chose. It only cared that you believed you had a choice. I am frontman, and I tear down illusions.
The United States and China are in the big technology competitions. Who wins the technology war? Because the winner of the technology war is going to win all wars. The United States is very much a big picture. It definitely has this debt money economy problem. It definitely has the internal conflict power in which there's a fight between the left, the hard left, and the right, due to wealth and values gaps and people not believing that the system will work for them. And so democracy is at risk because they're not going to follow the rules. The leading one side in this great power conflict of the world between the United States and the one side, let's say, and China and the allies, their allies on the other side. I mean, in the news, you just saw the meetings of Xi, Putin, Modi, and that group over there walking down, and okay. So now it should be pretty clear how the sides are lining up, okay? It's always better to be in a place that's not in one of those wars. Like, stay out of wars. And of course, then we have technology. The United States and China are in the big technology competitions. The others are really not in the game. They don't have the money, this innovation and talent, in a sense, to play at that scale, and so on. So we have a great, technology war, which can be used to create great advances, but at the same time could be used for great conflicts. And so now the question is going to be, who wins the technology war? Because the winner of the technology war is going to win all wars.
To figure out everything they told you about World War II was a lie. Then you figure out that Hitler had Jews in his military. Was it really 6 million? Were the gas chambers real? The door opens from the inside. These chimneys were built after the Russians took over. Wait, a lot of them died from typhus? Now you're really starting to get into fucking craziness. Then you find out about the Havar Agreement, that he allowed the Jews to leave Nazi Germany peacefully with all their resources intact. Then you start to question, wait, did he really hate them as much as they say? He let them leave with all their resources almost.
Charlie Kirk has been assassinated. The man who invited debate under a tent reading proved me wrong. Silence not with words, but with a bullet. Millions mourn, but some celebrate. That is the sickness of our age. For years, the radical left's leaders and influencers have chosen a strategy: brand their opponents as Nazis, fascists, or worse. When you equate someone to Hitler, you've justified anything, up to and including murder. Even Whoopi Goldberg on The View once said, "We cannot humanize Donald Trump." Think about that. If your opponent is not human, then no rules apply. And so many diehard followers, weak-minded, non-critical thinking, easily influenced, have had their morality blinded and manipulated. They've been tricked, radicalized, indoctrinated. The radical left has taken over the Democrat Party, and therefore the party as a whole has lost its way. It has lost its humanity. But Charlie Kirk was the opposite of this. He debated, he engaged, he listened. He built movements around conversation, not violence. So what do? We do not mirror their darkness. We do not grant them the war they crave. We summon the better angels of our nature, not because we are weak, but because we are wise. As Abraham Lincoln reminded a divided nation, we must not be enemies, but friends. Pray for Charlie Kirk. Pray for America. My friends, we are all anonymous. And never forget, the truth will prevail.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Are they a threat to democracy? Yes. Are they going to take our rights away? Yes. Are they going to put people's lives in danger? Yes. Are they going to endanger the planet by not dealing with climate change? Yes.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
She's a genuine danger to American security.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
We have to preserve our democracy, or speak out against lies and hate.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there is unrest in our lives.
Have a consistent narrative about how dangerous Trump is.
President Biden has been clear-eyed about the threat that the former president represents to our democracy.
Donald Trump is an existential threat to our democracy and our most fundamental freedoms.
Kamala needs to stop saying that President Trump is a threat to democracy. It's now being received by some unhinged people as a call to action.